What's up, Kris Krohn here. Today we're talking about how to make a lot of money in the game of real estate in one of the simplest ways. It's called bird dogging. Literally, how to get paid thousands of dollars for finding a really good deal and handing it off to someone. And you know, when I go hunting, I want to find the right weapon and I need my dog to go find my prey and fetch it for me after I've taken it down. If you want to know how to do that in the game of real estate, check this out.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. Yeah, it's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Man, today we're gonna talk about some really funky, weird, strange, niche real estate language. Bird dog, like, hey, will you bird dog a deal for me? And like, I heard that for the very first time. I thought, what are they even talking about? Like, what does that even mean? And the term bird dogging literally goes back to hunters using animals, first of all, to sniff out prey. Like, go find me an animal to shoot so I can bring some meat home to my family. And the animal is a really important part. By the way, also when they took a shot, sometimes the animal's so far away, you need the dog to go and literally sniff it out, find it. If it was injured and it's trying to get away, dog has to make sure that that actually doesn't happen. In the game of real estate, we also have bird dogs. Bird dogs get paid money to basically sniff out really good deals. Man, I remember the very first time I had found this really hot deal and I was showing it off to an investor hoping he might fund it. And he said, well, do you want me to pay you as a bird dog? And I'm like, huh? And he basically said, I'll give you a chunk of money. I'll write you a $1,000 check, a $2,000 check, a $3,000 check for you to basically take this amazing deal that you've locked up, give it to me. I want to make the big money doing it, but I'm going to give you some fast cash right now. Well, here's really what the definition of bird dog is. It's a gun dog trained to hunt or retrieve birds like we talked about, or one such as a canvasser or talent scout who seeks out something for another. Now, obviously, the second definition is what we're going to be using here, which is a person that scouts out something desirable for another person. As in, I am a real estate investor. I'm looking for smoking hot deals. And from time to time, I get an email from some of you. They're like, hey, Kris, I found this deal. Can I send it your way? What do you think about it? They're hoping for a quick buck. They specifically offered me $2,500 if I would turn the deal over to them. And I thought, man, like, the idea of making a quick $2,500 certainly seems cool, but at the same time, I was really struggling. I'm like, dude, no, I'm gonna do this deal and I'm gonna make the freaking real money. But you know what? Then you gotta find the resources and then the people, you gotta bring the money, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a place in this world for bird dogs, but as you're watching this video, you might be thinking, Kris, what's the answer to this question? Do you want a bird dog for a fee or for a piece of the action? And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because most people traditionally, they don't know any different. I find a good deal, I hand it off to an investor, they cut me a check, and boom, I'm out and I got paid. And in principle, you can do really well with this. At the end of this video, I'm actually gonna share with you kind of a top secret approach that I developed over the years, how you can also not just bird dog for fees, how you can actually stay in the game and get a piece of the action. Listen, the first thing I want you to understand about bird dogging, it's actually a pretty simple game. You want to get familiar with your area and you want to know what something is valued at, and you're looking for deals that you can get below market. Maybe it's a foreclosed property, maybe it's distressed, maybe it hasn't been upkept. And as a result, you're able to secure that property at a really good deal. One of my first mentors, Dolph DeRoos, basically said you should be willing to look at 100 deals to find a really good one. So when you find that really good one, what do? Well, you need to tie it up.
Are these ropes really necessary?
And what that means is, if you're not a realtor, go find one and say, hey, I want to get this property under contract, but I need to leave room in the contract to do what's called and or assigns. Your realtor will know what I'm talking about. It basically means that you can negotiate to buy the house in your name, but then there's a place in the contract where you can assign it to someone else. And literally that's an investor that says, hey, here's a $2,500 fee or a $10,000 fee or a $1,500 fee. And then all of a sudden you just drop their name in the contract and now they have the property under contract because you tied it up. Well, Kris, I already love my real estate market and I like driving around looking at deals or searching them out online. You're telling me that if I find a good deal, I could literally grab an agent, get it under contract by making an offer, negotiating it, and then as long as I have that and or assigns in the contract, I could literally go to a group of investors, a RIA, which is a real estate investment group, and say, hey, I got this deal, does anyone want it? You gotta pay me X. They write you a check, and then you sign it over to them, and like, that's bird dogging? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Well, geez, Kris, that sounds really busy. I mean, how really busy is bird dogging? I have to tell you that 5 or 10 years ago when technology was really different, it could be a part-time job, it could be a full-time job. Today, it's actually really simple to go and hunt down really good deals. In fact, let me show you one simple way that you can actually do this right now. For example, let's just say that you live in a metropolitan area and there's homes for sale, and I think that you should specialize. Maybe you're gonna specialize in, Kris, I like 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, simple single-family homes. And what I would do is I would pick a zip code and I would just get familiar with what is the price per square foot in that area. And here's what that means. You pull out a calculator and you say, wow, I've got this house that they're selling for $400,000. And guess what? It's 4,000 square feet. So if I were to divide 400,000 by 4,000 square feet, guess what it would tell me? It would say this house is valued at $100 a foot. In fact, watch me do the calculation right now. All right, for example, here's this $400,000 house. So I'm putting 400,000 in my calculator, and I'm going to divide it by the square feet, which is 4,000. And guess what? It says that that is priced at $100 per square foot. Then you go and say, well, Kris, I found a house for 300,000, and guess what? It was 3,000 square feet. So I'm going to divide that by 3,000 square feet. Guess what? It's 100 a foot. But then you say, Kris, I found this house for $250,000, but guess what? It was 4,000 square feet. Divided by 4,000, and guess what? $62 a foot. My friend, one of these houses is not like the other one. Everything is selling for 100 a foot in this area, 100 a foot in this area, 100 a foot in this area, but this house comes out at $62 a foot. That's a really good indication that you may have found some value, like a really good deal. And that's when you want to go to a realtor and say, hey, run some comps for me. They'll run some numbers. They'll basically come back and say, hey, we've looked at the other 10 homes that have sold recently in this area and everything's selling for 100 a foot. For some bizarre reason, they're selling it for $62 a foot. And you're like, good. Let's put an offer out, Mr. and Mrs. Realtor. Let's get this under contract and make sure it includes the and or assigns so I can give this to an investor and get paid some upfront dough.
So Kris, why would somebody list a house then for so much less?
Why does this come up? Oh, listen, you have to understand that everything revolves around exceptions. Like 10% of the houses listed on the market are listed way too high. 10% are listed way too low. And there's always different reasons why, like someone died or this was a house that was inherited and the siblings don't want it and they don't want to fix it up and they just want to dump it, or someone got a divorce, or someone just didn't care. They're literally leaving the state. There's always a reason why this kind of thing happens, and you just need to accept it, that there's always a million reasons, but 10% of the time, this is why it happens. This is why you look at 100 good deals and it's like, hey, I'm going to find 10 things where the numbers are going to pencil out well. Let's see if we can get one of those under contract. Sounds great, Kris, but how do I get a piece of all the action? Well, my friend, I'm going to show you today literally how you spend 20 minutes a day and make millions of dollars, and you're not actually looking for really good deals. You're looking for investors who want good deals. Let me show you how I make millions of dollars every single year investing in the game of real estate and how you can actually get in on some of that action. You see, in my world, there are all sorts of people out there that say, hey, Kris, I've got my money in my 401k or my IRA or the stock market. I'm just not satisfied, dude. How are you making 25% and rolling that into 50%, making 100% on your money every single year in time? Like, Kris, how do you do that? So they'll come and say, Kris, I want to partner with you. They'll bring the money and they'll get paid 50% on the deal, on the profits. This is me, I guess. But I'm out there with the team of 200 experts actually making the deals happen. I get the other 50%. So basically, here's the active partner doing all the work, and here's the investor putting up the money from their retirement funds. The two of them come together. I do deals like that all the time. In fact, I'm always on the hunt for my next partner that's serious about making millions of dollars, building a portfolio over time and crushing it in the game of real estate. But what on earth does that have to do with bird dogging? Here's a new equation for you, and one I don't think you're going to find anywhere else. This is real estate creativity at its best. You see, there are people out there that want to partner with me and do deals, But what if instead of finding a good deal, what if you as my bird dog, my partner, actually could headhunt and find investors? What if I could show you how to spend 20 minutes a day finding people to partner to do all of the amazing deals that my team of 200 experts are finding? Well, I've put that into a brand new system, and what it looks like is you and I become partners, except my 50% gets split equally with you. So when you use the system I'm about to show you to find people that want to invest with me, I take my 50%, 25% goes to you, 25% hangs with me. You and I are business partners, and now all of a sudden you're doing this cool thing called zero cash real estate. Listen, if you want, you can make thousands of dollars finding good deals, handing them off to investors. But if you want to know where the big score is, the real win, don't look for houses, look for investors. You look for people that are going to do multiple deals. You look for people that realize that real estate is what has created 90% of all millionaires. And you know, there's a perfect place to find these individuals because you're asking this question. How do I find people that actually want to invest? Is it people that I know right here in my cell phone? Is it people that I have in my contact list? Chances are, no. Where you're going to find them, however, my favorite place to find them, my proven place to find them, LinkedIn. Like, check this out for just a moment. It's super easy to approach people. You're never calling, you're never face-to-face, you're not at meetup groups. There's literally people out there that are looking to build their wealth. They're looking for professional real estate investment advice. They're looking for deals. Number two, LinkedIn has over 740 million members. And you know what? These people are not just often ordinary people, they're professionals. They're actually looking at professionally networking and finding common ground with other people. Number three, you can use this to partner with people anywhere in the world, which is super cool. And number four, people on LinkedIn are looking to grow their wealth. So literally you hop onto LinkedIn, you set up your profile, and you just start looking for recommendations where people say they're interested in real estate investing, and you start chatting with them. Hey, me and my partner have done $1 billion worth of real estate. Have you seen him on YouTube? Have you heard him on podcasts? Have you seen what he's got going on? And anyone that says, yeah, I've got some money and I want to, get in the game of real estate, you pump them my way, and through LinkedIn, if those people become partners, you and I become equal partners on everything that we make together. If you're watching this video today, you've got to ask this question. Why on earth would I look at doing something like this right now? But why? I don't know. It's because everything's gone to hell in a handbag. Have you seen the real estate market? Look at what's going on. We have lowest interest rates in history, as in money has never been this free, and yet people are equity rich, people have great credit. There's money out there literally for taking from the banks. Number two, there's high demand for single family homes. It has become the most popular real estate asset class since this pandemic. And number three, you have low inventory, which means good deals are rare. Most people don't have a professional team of experts like I do that are combing every week through thousands of homes to find dozens of winners that I'm gonna buy every single time as long as you can help me find my next partner. Listen, there is good money to make in bird dogging, but there's a fortune to be had if you can get networked with the right people. My success always came down to proximity. It's literally spending time with successful, experienced investors that know how to cut you in on the deal and make it work with you. Check out what we got here. If you put your effort, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day in through LinkedIn the way I'm gonna teach you how to do, and if you leverage all of my expertise and all of my track record, bottom line is, you're gonna make a lot of money, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Think about it. I've already done 4,500 deals, and guess what? I'm gonna do tens of thousands of more, and I might as well do them with you. Listen, if you're a subscriber on my channel, if you've been watching me for a while and you're like, oh man, should I get in the game? Of all the things that I show and teach and help people do, there's nothing more powerful than becoming my partner for life. And literally, this is what that's about. If you click the link below, you're gonna learn about my Maverick program. You're gonna learn about how to become my partner. I'm gonna teach you how to leverage LinkedIn, other tools, and literally, you can just toss qualified people my way. If they partner, I'm gonna cut you in on every single deal. It'll be so much better than getting paid a couple $1,000 for a deal here, a deal there. I'm gonna show you instead something 10 times more powerful. I'm gonna show you how to kill it by owning all of this real estate together. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. Do you want me to actually just show you right now for free exactly how that LinkedIn system works? If you click this link right here, I've made a video, I posted it just a little bit ago, literally showing you what I and other successful investors are doing to network in the game of real estate and make a ton of money without putting up any money at all. Check the video out, you're gonna like it. It's like someone gave me a hot tip. Here we go, ready?